Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, I just wanted to get on here and just tell you guys some things. If you're thinking about buying a house, I got some news for you. I got some pretty good news for you. But hey, if you can, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, just help me out because I'm new at this and I'm just trying to make it with this, all right? But back to the story. Okay, right now, um, this housing market, it's a crash that's going on, and these houses are crashing like crazy. They are really starting to go down. And what's going on is just that it's the market, it's the interest rate, and a lot of greedy uh, people trying to sell their homes, and they're not getting what they want. It seems right now, I'm not sure what state that you're in, but the average house you buy right now, it's about 30% overpriced. Yeah, it's overpriced. So a lot of people are buying homes, right? And they have, let's say they bought it for 300,000, they hold it for a year, even 2 years. Now whatever they bought it for is worth less than whatever they bought it for. It's because of the economy. And things are hooking up. Like for instance, you got the property tax. It's people are paying the mortgage, the property tax, and they can't keep up with it. So now we're in the beginning stages of foreclosures. We're in the beginning stages, and we're about to start seeing more and more foreclosures because people just can't keep paying these high-priced mortgages. And if you look on YouTube, if you look on your family, your friends, ask them. A lot of people's mortgages have jumped up like crazy. Some people's mortgages jumped up because their escrow is short. And people's mortgages have jumped up, between $300 to $500. Then the following year, it jumps up again. And then your property taxes go up. Then your HOA fees keep going up. And people are to the point where it's draining them. And then you got some of those people, well, it's not affecting me because of their income. Now, once this starts get to the level, people are in the $700,000, $1 million houses. When it starts getting into that level, your $700,000 house is only worth $500,000, and your $1 million house is only worth $700,000. Then they start being concerned. So if you're trying to buy a house, right now is the time to do it. Because like I said, houses are going down. I think right now, if you buy a house right now, it's a good thing and a bad thing. And what I mean by that, if you buy a house right now, you can buy a house for $350,000, but it was worth $400,000. You're moving into equity. At least you think you are. Because that house you just bought for $350,000, next year that $350,000 might be at $330,000. That's how the market is going. You buy it at this price, and next year it just devalues. How long it's gonna keep on dropping? Not sure. But like I said, if you're trying to get a house right now, the best time is right now. Either you buy this year, next year. It all depends on you. Because like I said, the market is looking really bad right now, looking really bad. Like even renters. The renting is just getting out of hand. And I know everybody is starting to see this because it's starting to be more and more visible. These greedy landlords, wow. They're taking it to the next level. There's people that have rent. They live in their place for a year, 2 years, and every year the landlord keeps raising the rent. And the rent's getting to the point where it's getting out of hand. Because now a lot of these landlords are trying to do apartments or their rental houses like buying a house. They want you to pay for this. They want you to pay for that. When all that should have been taken care of by the owner. Now they're putting the fees on the renters. So a lot of days, like, it's starting to happen. It's starting to happen. A lot of people these days that have been renting, they got to go to a lower area with lower rent. And that lower area for lower rent, that's starting to get high. You're starting to see more and more homeless people because rent's getting out of hand. I mean, it's sad. You know, like I said a few months ago about you getting your own place. Don't, you know, if you're by yourself, don't get no 2 or 3 bedroom. You know, yeah, get you a 3 or 4 bedroom, because it's getting to the point where your income is not enough to keep paying your rent. So that's why I said you have 3 or 4 bedrooms. Now you can rent 2 of those rooms out, so you can keep up. And this is what people are doing these days. They got to start shacking up because the economy's getting out of hand. Groceries out of hand. You know, I mean, car notes. I mean, when I was growing up, I never seen an $800 car note. You know, it's ridiculous. Then the car insurance is ridiculous. And everything keep going up and up and up. So these days, you know, especially right now, because rent was always just a little bit lower. Mortgage was a little bit lower than paying rent. That's what mortgage was. But now it's getting to the point where the rent and the mortgage just start increasing, and everybody's starting to lose. And it's sad, because you don't know if you should rent or buy. Because most of the time when you see an apartment, well, depending on what state you're in, if you're in Texas and you see an apartment that's $3,000, you're like, man, I might as well just get me a mortgage when I'm paying $3,000. And now it's the norm. It's the normal. You know, you get yourself a 2-bedroom, talking $2,800. A 3-bedroom, they're talking $3,500. And like I said, it just keeps going up and up and up. And you pay your rent on time, and your lease is up. Like I said, you pay your rent on time. That greedy landlord comes back and says, well, hey, I'm raising the rent another $100. And you're like, man, I paid my rent on time. They don't care because they're greedy. That's what's going on with the world. Greed. We need a reset in this country, because everything is getting out of hand. It really is. So I just want to get on here and just let everybody know if it's better just to rent or if it's better to buy. And to be honest with you, I really don't know right now, because rent is taking it to another level. And then buying a home, you know, because the ever increasing property tax, your homeowner's insurance, and a lot of people don't understand that when you have your mortgage is going to stay the same, but it's the property tax and the homeowner's insurance that keep on increasing. Now what happens is when you pay your mortgage at the beginning of the year, the mortgage company pays all your insurance up for the whole year and your property tax for the whole year, and they just charge you monthly for it. But now they say their escrow is short, which is the property tax and the insurance. They say your escrow is short. And you're like, how's it short? Because they keep increasing. So now your payment drops, not drop, but your payment goes up an extra $2, depending on how much your escrow is short. I've seen as much as $500. So your mortgage is like $3,000. Because your escrow is short, it went up $500. So now you're paying $3,500. So that's what's going on with all this. And everybody, and I can't say everybody, but a lot of people, they're getting to the point where they can't deal with these high prices, can't deal with the escrow keep increasing. So some people are just, I'm gonna get out of this house. I'm gonna sell the house. And when they sell the house, because the values keep dropping, they're not walking out with no money at all. So then they start thinking, well, okay, money I was paying for my mortgage, I just go ahead and get that with rent. Then they go try to get to my apartment or something, and they see the rent is just as high as their mortgage. And it's like, it's crazy. This world is getting crazy and crazy. So you got to go out here and you got to really start thinking. You know, I mean, seriously, if you're young or if you got your own place, start doing some thinking. You know, rent out some of your rooms in your apartment or in your house, just so you can stay and be irrelevant. Because like I said, this world is just trying to chop us down. Find you some people that you can trust. People that you know that they're going to pay their rent. Get a good, honest, fair rent. Don't get greedy. Because you want people to stay. The more they stay, the more you can stay in that place of yours and keep money in your pocket. Because like I said, y'all, it's a change and it's coming. And if you wait about 1 or 2 years, like I was telling you before, foreclosures are starting to happen. That house, like I said, was that $450,000? After 1 or 2 years, especially 2 years, that $450,000 house is going to probably be down to $300,000. Yeah, that's how much everything is dropping. So if you save your money, keep yourself mindful and stay, keep you on your job. Wait 2 years. I know it seems like a long time, 24 months, but you might be able to get a new home. Okay? So like I said, the value is dropping. And that's what's going on with everything that's going on in this world. A lot of people are getting their passports and leaving the country. I even seen some people, honestly, they have a house. And like I said, they have equity in that house. But the ever increasing property taxes is forcing them to move. So some people are pretty smart. They sold their house, sold it, and walked out with about $150,000, $200,000. And what they done, they bought themselves an RV. Yeah, an RV. And they're living in their RV. And I must admit, these RVs look good. They look good and they're saving money. This one even went even farther. They bought themselves an RV, bought them like 1 or 2 acres of land, parked the RV there, and just living their life a whole lot better. These days, it's not about keeping up with the Joneses. These days, it's about keeping up with yourself and making sure that you're financially okay, because this world doesn't care about us. So you got to start making sure that you're okay. So you got this big old nice RV. It looks good. And, I mean, these things look good. The one that my friend got, man, that thing had 2 bathrooms. Basically 3 bedrooms. Had the washer and dryer, the refrigerator, 2 toilets. Nice. It was just nice. It was real nice. And they're happy. So that's what people are doing. They're really taking their money and utilizing it elsewhere. Like I said, because society, this world is forcing people out of their homes. So they got to start doing something else. So it's that creative thinking that's what's going on. And that's what they're doing. And they're happy about it. And a lot of people are starting to get their money. Go get them an RV. Go get them a van. Living in their van. That's what they're doing, just to save some money. Another friend of mine who has a nice house, but he's been on the road for 2 years. And it's kind of like I can't think of that word, where convoy, or something like that, what's the name of that, where there's like 5 families. Everybody's got an RV and they just traveling the United States. They go to this state, drive around, sightsee, go to the next state. And they enjoy it. They love it. And so that's what a lot of people are starting to do, because they're starting to see the old way is getting too expensive. You know, even young families, they're going out there buying RVs just so they can keep up with the bills and food and clothing. You know, these are what people are doing. They don't want to be on the streets homeless, because renters, the landlords, are trying to force people to be homeless. The housing market is trying to do the same thing. It's forcing people to be on the streets, because they need to seriously have a block on HOA. They need to get rid of HOA. No matter of fact, they need to get rid of HOA. They need to have a block on this homeowners insurance. They need to get rid of They need to get rid of property taxes, because it's getting out of hand. And if you try to buy yourself a place in Florida, the homeowners insurance is so high, it's ridiculous. Because they have so many hurricanes, and a lot of these insurance companies don't want to take care of you. Right now, you're gonna see a lot of condos that are in Florida that are for sale. Some condos that was going for like $700,000 are down to $300,000, because they got two problems: the homeowners insurance is just crazy, and then the HOA in these condos are crazy. You know, some of these HOAs are like $1,600 a month in these condos. So this is what people are going through. I mean, stuff in LA are losing their values. I believe Colorado is on the #1 list of houses that's losing its value. Florida was #2. I can't remember what the third one was, but these places are dropping like crazy, because these places are overvalued and people are buying them. And now people are starting to realize that, hey, maybe it's not a good idea to buy a house. Because they're going to start doing what a lot of people don't want to do, is learning to get along with everybody, start learning to shack up. Because these days you got to start learning to get along, so you can have you some money. So you're either going to get yourself a house and you got some extra bedrooms, move your friends or families in it. Same with your apartment. And if you are going to buy a house, like I said, it's a good time to start buying one. But remember, when you buy this house, make sure you get yourself a 3 or 4 bedroom. In case something happens, you can always rent some rooms out. Okay? Because like I said, this world is getting crazy. And personally, I would just stay away from condos and townhouses. Because like I said, the HOAs are ridiculous. Sometimes the HOA is more than a mortgage. And that's just one of the most rip-off, besides property taxes. HOA is a scam to me. All right? So y'all got to start doing some thinking about where you want to move to. Or what some people are even doing. You talk to your parents. Say, hey, things are rough out there, and I'm not going to be no slouch. Hey, how much do you want me to pay you in rent? Because if you keep the money in the family, that keeps you closer, and that makes things even better. And don't be stingy. Your parents out there working hard. Help them out. You're living with them. Say, hey, I just paid $50. No, you ain't going to be paying no $50. No, you're not going to pay $100. Get your butt out there. Quit being stingy. Give your parents $600, $700 a month. Help them out so they can help you out. Stop being greedy. Stop being selfish. Help them out. So these are the things that we got to start doing, because like I said, it's a new world, and it's not a new world, it's an old world that's changing. Things are getting worse and worse. And we're starting to see it on the news, you know. So if you guys can for a change, start looking at the news. Start seeing what the economy is doing. Start seeing what the president is doing. Start getting yourself aware of everything that's around you. Start looking at how the real estate market is doing. Start looking at how the rental market is doing. Then you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Save your money up. Then when the right time comes, go ahead and get you a place. All right? But for me to you, stay away from those condos and townhouses. Stay away from them. All right? Other than that, you guys have yourself a wonderful Saturday. All right? Always keep God in your life. And just remember, He's going to put you in the right place at the right time. All right? Take care. Peace, y'all.